anything else I need to do before I get started? No. Okay. Awesome. There's nothing else that needs to happen. Great. Alright. So we'll come in, we all get in. We're gonna jump directly into the collective reading first before we do the card pulls. That is the plan. Well, you didn't have to blend in completely with the deck. Where did you go? Because I know you're in there upside with your face up. Where did that card go? Because it's face up. It doesn't. What the hell? And welcome in, welcome in. Where the hell did you go? Why did you do this to me? Like, there you are. Why do you gotta flip upright? Like, why do you... why you gotta flip face up? Stay down, like, stay face down. What are popping up? One more shuffle in. Alright. Let's jump into the read. 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands. Well, not introspection, but looking out. Look outside of yourself for new plans, new ideas, new ways to move. There's something within the feelings that are being shown to you within the waters, but it's important to see what it's carrying, what is coming in, and how can you move with what's going on around you at this time. The 3 of Wands is one of those interesting cards where you really are holding on to an idea. It's not that you're trying to figure out what idea you want to move with. This is when you have an idea. But you have a direction to go in, and there needs to be a looking of that. There's a lot of consciousness. The feet are pointing... Well, I need to show the card for that. The 2 feet are pointing in different directions, meaning that there's 2 places you can go. Looking straight ahead into the waters, which is yellow, sun-colored. Meaning that there's something that's not quite clear. There's something going on within the feeling state that's creating things, that's moving things around your reality. And there needs to be a bit more focus on what is moving rather than how to move it. Because things are already moving in place. Things are already coming into action. How are you going to move at this time is what needs to be seen. And again, even with the sun in reverse, there's not a clarity on that. Something can't fully be seen just yet. There isn't much vitality. There isn't much life being produced on the external yet. Things are just starting out. Allowing yourself just to, again, just sit back and see. There's a plan that you already have. There's an idea that you already chose to run with. And if you don't consciously know about this plan, it's definitely time to tap in with yourself to see what's going on. This is why it's important to stay connected with your true self and not the external self. Because there's not a clarity. There's not a clear seen path. So being aware of that moving forward is what's going to help you. And again, here's the Ten of Cups. There's no connectivity with the inner self. There's this lack of seeing where the divine is handing you. There's this lack of seeing where you're truly going to head. A lack of seeing the plan, a distrust within yourself and the divine. So being aware of that, being super aware of that, really take time to see this inner version of you, to see the inner connectivity with yourself and the divine. It's not that the divine isn't talking to you. That's not ever going to happen. The divine always talks to you. That's like a weird dogma thing that the spiritual community has kind of come up with. It's you being connected to yourself. It's you being able to hear the divine over your rational-minded self. So really look out, and even if you are looking out into the future, don't let that rational-minded self, hold you back. Don't allow that rational self to confuse you in those sense. And yeah, you can donate to me if you want. The donation methods are, they're pinned, but I'll post them again. But be aware of that moving forward. Just like there's the three ships being in there and the three wands. There's like, it's very interesting, this reading so far. But you do have a site. You do have oh my god. What are you called? You have the ability to move forward with the mother. She's given you this. It's not siphon, scepter. It's a scepter. Yeah, I'm sorry. I literally woke up and then decided to do this reading. The mother has given you the scepter to move forward. You have permission to move forward. You have everything you need. If the chariot comes out, you have double permission. That means you're fully ready. But right now, you have what you need. You just need to know what you have. There's this movement that needs to happen next. And this is what that connectivity is asking. For instance, I was given a choice when I wasn't even awake. It was in the dream state still. And it was around, it'd be like 6:40 a.m. And I was just, sleeping, going in and out. And I just started hearing, you have two choices. You can either sleep in or you can do a reading right now. Either way was up to me. Either choice I could do. I decided to wake up and do the reading. That's just what I chose, right? I don't know if that was the right choice or not. I feel good doing it. It's not like an exhausting thing. I'm definitely like awake enough to do one. So it's not like a bad thing, but it's like you might have to step out of that comfort zone of choosing a path. You just got up running behind today? Ooh, I feel that. But really, really focus on the direction where you're going. Because you have this light, you have what you need. You have the permission to move forward. Your head is above the clouds. There's not this cloudy vision. You see where you need to go. You might just be on autopilot. Honestly, now that the world has really come out with 3 wands, it's like an autopilot. It really is like an autopilot energy. Are you aware that you may be on autopilot? And if you are on autopilot, connect with yourself so you don't have this sort of confusion of why you're doing things, so you can kind of remember the choices that were there. And again, this has to do a lot with the rational mind. Maybe the rational mind is trying to protect you in that sense. Oh my god, I get to look at the sunset today because it doesn't come until 7:30. Anyway, sorry. With strength reversed, pay very, very, very close attention to that rational self, to that rational minded self. It might be causing fear, doubts, second guesses. It may be causing you to beat yourself up a little more than you need to. It's causing you not to have a full victory. I mean, in the group, I'll just use this as an example because this is usually a good example, and I dealt with it a lot as a kid. Just waking up early was a bummer because I used to be a bit of a night owl, so I would always like not want to wake up, and I always would not want to go to sleep. So making that sacrifice of let me go to sleep So I can wake up, and it was always, what if one of my friends messages me? What if something happens when I was asleep and one of my friends messages me, they want a VC or they want to talk or something? Well, that sucks because I'm going to be asleep. That's even the rational mind trying to convince you to do something that goes against what you're trying to accomplish, right? If you're trying to accomplish to not be distracted, but you continuously open up the apps, or you continuously look at your phone, or however, to be in that distracted energy, that's that rational mind battle that you're going through. It's not always as mental as it seems at first. Sometimes it's just patterns that you have that you aren't really noticing, or you may notice it but you don't find it to be a big deal. So really focus on those things moving forward. Don't fall for the small misdemeanors that may like pop up left and right. Don't fall for the, oh, but what if this happens. Don't put someone or something above a pedestal that you sit at yourself. Really focus on that moving forward. Because I feel like, because even with me, I used to struggle with that a lot. And that genuinely could just be the thing that you need to do moving forward. Um, to break this cycle, to move with mother in a full connected way. That connectivity just might be you making, and it kind of is an excuse that way coming from someone like the from me, but because I use it as an excuse all the time. But it might just be a small excuse that you're making for yourself to prolong a situation for the sake of having fun, in the sense. But it's not necessarily that you're having fun. You're stuck in that awaiting mode because now you're waiting for something to happen, and that can cause confusion and disruptions. And again, with the hangman, you might know this. You might know, like, I shouldn't be doing this, or you might feel that energy pull on to do certain things and you don't need to do them. And it's just like, it's not like bad, but it's definitely there to show you and point you into the direction of saying, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this anymore. Maybe we should just focus on what's truly going to push us forward. Maybe you should really see what direction you're desiring to go in and how you're wanting to move forward. Because again, even with the halo around the hangman, you are enlightened. You're not, you're hanging there. You're a little stuck. You're a little bit in limbo. You might be in a little bit of stagnancy, but you know why. It's not like a mystery. It's not like it came out of nowhere. It's just these small things that we are in. It's like, not only does a mindset have to change internally, but it has to change your external actions. So taking less time to focus on people that are holding you back, rather than focusing on your job, or your business, or your career, or your hobbies, or whatever you're doing, right? Just taking more time to focus towards what you're desiring than what you're not. Time will come for interactions in that sort of sense, but don't let those interactions derive if you're going to do something or not at this time. Really learn how to speak to yourself in this new way. Really learn how to speak to yourself as a true connected person. Speaking fish, learning that new language, learning when you are given that choice to, either do something or not, learning almost how to convince yourself to do it for a better sake for the future, rather than a short escape in the present. Really teaching yourself that is what is really going to help people move forward. Even me, I still have to teach myself this daily. Really, I do. Um, and it's just important to see that, to just see these different parts of you always popping up and saying, hey, we should do this, we should do that. Always being open to that part of you that you don't know. Because we'll never fully know ourselves. There are choices that we make that are wrong for our soul, but right for our rational minded self. And that's not knowing who you are completely. That's only knowing one half of you. That's knowing how both of you might speak, but that's only saying that you know how your rational mind operates, rather than the divine. You're missing out on that second half and how it moves and how it goes forward. So learning how to learning how to listen to yourself, really, and speak to yourself as well, and be the observer of the conversation, and also the decider, the mediator, the arbiter of that conversation, is what's going to help you. Because a lot of times when we're in this energy of deciding, and this energy of like choosing paths and seeing how we can move forward, This is what's important to see and important to do. With the Ace of Swords reverse, there's these uncrowned thoughts, these deluded thoughts, these thoughts that aren't helping you move forward, that are keeping you stuck, that are keeping you in the past cycles, that are keeping you from achieving what you're truly desiring at this time. So really paying attention to that, and seeing like where that miscommunication from that feeling to that thought is occurring, and what's allowing you to choose that thought form that isn't of benefit over what you really truly desire to do. Really seeing that moving forward, working with both parts of you, seeing how the heart has the plan and the mind has the actions that need to be done for it. Seeing that the feminine inside of you knows how to nurture the mind enough, the thoughts, the masculine enough to get it to move in the way that you're needing to. Being the one just to sit there and hold the plan. It's okay to be unsure. It's okay to be a little bit nervous doing like different things or trying something different or not being sure, like, oh, I don't even want to do this or however. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. Allow yourself to happy parts running behind too. Goodness, Joe. It's one of those days, isn't it? It's just one of those risings. No, I'm not Catholic. Y'all, quit asking me these questions. I'm just going to start deleting them. Y'all getting crazy out here with that. But it's okay not to work. It's okay to be a little bit in that worry area. It's okay to be a little bit in that stress area. Just allow yourself to move forward in the way that you're desiring. With the Eight of Swords, it might be that you are almost stuck within those realms of this test, with the 8 being the test, right? Early riser, but you're lagging. It's just one of those risings. But with the 8 of Swords, you might be trapped, and it's not like trapped against, like, held against your will, or trapped because like things are pummeling you down. It's just like trapped because you're not seeing that first thought, and then that thought form leads you to do these other things. It's like all these other things don't necessarily matter. Like, it's like let's say you have the decision to like either go somewhere and eat, or like wait for someone to like call you because someone said they were going to call you at some time, and you're like, okay, well, if I'm out to eat, then I'm not going to answer that call, so let me just sit here and not eat, right? So then what happens is you choose that thought form, you end up waiting, and now you're waiting on someone else. Now your movement forward is determined by someone else on the external. So instead of going eating, like 3 hours pass by, the place you wanted to eat closes, your friend still hasn't called, you haven't done anything because you've been in that perpetual waiting time, and that's kind of kept you stuck. It's not that you can't break that cycle and still do something to fill up that time, but now you've just sat there and spent your time in that waiting period, in that limbo state, rather than trying to do something else to fill it. You can't watch water boil. It's not going to make it boil any faster. That's just kind of the lesson of this whole thing right now, where it comes to really allowing yourself to work with that divine part of you, instead of working with that thought that seems uh like the best place to do, oh my god, like the best thing to do. The Chariot, you have full functioning to move forward. You are able to move forward if you can use that if you can use that mind properly. Once you see what has you stuck, then you can start moving forward with the wings again. Even with the world coming out, you have full permission to move forward. Even the world came out earlier. So really allow yourself to move forward with that scepter. Allow yourself to move forward, knowing wholly and truly that you have that divine support, that you can move wherever you need to go. It's not that you need anything extra. It's just that you need that clear mentality. The feeling state is there. You just need to listen to it. The ideas were already presented there. You already know how to move forward. Your goal is not to change the 3D. Your goal is to change your actions within the 3D. That's what you're desiring to do. But again, with the 5 of Wands, this is that struggle where when you're moving everything but the 3D is going to show you things that might not be of the same resonance. It might show you things falling apart. It might show you old ways of beings not working. It might show you the absence of certain individuals that you're wishing to connect with. And that's not to say that something bad's happening. That's just saying, oh, you're finally choosing a different path. Let's walk you this way then. Let's let these things happen while you choose this new path, so you're not as distracted. And that's just a test. Are you willing to go without those distractions being present, like in your face, present all the time? Or are you going to succumb to that and allow yourself to go back into that cycle. It's not the best to have the two worlds together and picking, side by side. Don't make a Venn diagram out of it. Blending those two worlds together, where instead of just waiting on that person to connect with you, waiting on that restaurant to open, waiting on something to come through, doing something else to fill in that time, staying in that perpetual motion so that things can always move towards you, is how things are going to be best for you. Nurture yourself in those waiting periods. Nurture yourself in those periods where things are leaving. Now you have that time, that position, that space to be in to do what you're desiring to do. Allow yourself to move forward in that. Allow yourself to fill in that space with that true nurturing that you're desiring, that you need at this time. And that's how you're going to walk away with this victory. This is how both parts of you, that's why there's three people in the cards, those two in the back, are the two parts of you holding up the wand, supporting you, and you're on the horse, or the white horse, the masculine horse, moving forward. That's how you're going to get your victory. This is how you're going to move forward in that victorious energy. This is how your flame is going to continue to stay high. This is how your flame is going to continue to stay true to yourself. Allow for yourself to just continue moving forward at this time. Allow for yourself to truly just see what's going on and read the title. It's all there. But the Three of Cups reverse, don't get distracted. Don't allow distractions to get to you. Don't allow yourself to choose a different path because something seems awry or something seems unworthy or something just seems and not like it's not going to work. Don't let that sort of lie and that sort of distraction get to you. Allow yourself to move forward. Allow yourself to truly see what's going on. Don't fall for the small menial distractions. Don't fall for the 3D distractions. Don't fall for the scapegoating distractions. Don't blame anything. Don't push that pressure externally so that you don't have to deal with that Five of Wands anymore. You don't have to deal with that sort of combat on the external. See it as where it is, as true, as it's coming from you, to you, and for you. All those things. Really seeing it in that sort of way, really seeing the internal value of it is what's going to push you forward. The reason why certain things don't work out, the reason why that flame dies out so quickly, though, is because of that distraction point, is because of those moments in life where you're not really seeing what you're desiring to do. Those parts where you go down a path, but that path isn't worth it. That path ends up putting your blame on someone else and having them to have control in it. So now whatever they do with their energy now affects you because you've allowed it, because you've declared it to be, and you hold it at that standard. Really rewire that. That's a really big issue for a lot of people within the online spiritual community. And I'm going to say the online spiritual community because that's really what it is at this point. Because you'll see people say, yeah, I want my riches, I want all these things. No, you don't, because you're not doing anything to move forward in it. You spend all day watching readings about other people. You spend all day focusing on other people rather than your true self. And that keeps you away from doing what you need to do. So then you just have people not going where they need to go. They end up losing things. They end up trying to say, oh, well, God's going to do it. God's not going to do a damn thing for you. God's waiting on you to pick up your ass and start moving. He ain't going to do shit. She ain't going to do nothing. They're just sitting there watching you, waiting for you to move through this reality. They can't do it for you, but people want this. It's like, it's back to the religion thing where like, they're going to do it for me. No, they're not. They're not going to do it for you if you're not moving. It's a teamwork effort. You haven't done much work other than blame someone else and put all the energy on someone else to try and clear your shit up. That's not how it works. The omniscient forces that rule this world know what you're doing, and they're like, that's not how we roll. You either need to accept it for yourself, or you can go down that path, what everyone else is doing, and you can do that, but that's not what you want, obviously, because you're living in that life. You're living down that path, and it's not helping you. So be sure that you can go the other path. The higher road is not the easier road. We all know this, and a lot of people think the higher road is easy by, blaming people. That's the lower road. It's only hard for you because you're not listening to your soul. You're still on the lower road. You're still traveling through the muck. Until you get out of that muck and truly see that all that dirt's, all that mud's on you and not someone else, then you're going to be like, oh shit, let me clean off. Let me take all this weight off of me. Now I can move forward. But that's why a lot of people can't move forward in this energy. A lot of people can't move forward in this life because they're still stuck blaming things. And even when you're not, it's now since you're no longer, externalizing things. Now this is that conscious self battle. Now this is that rational self trying to make things harder, trying to protect you more, because now that you know it's you, it's like, because now we got to protect you from you. No, I don't have to be protected for myself. I just need to listen to the divine. At that point, it's just you need to listen to the divine more. That's that next battle. That's that next introspection. That's this new distraction that comes in. That new level, new devil bullshit is just deeper versions of you that you've yet to see that are gonna cause issues moving forward for you. Whether that's a fear of being seen, a lack of knowledge, a lack of knowing of something, a lack of being able to hear the divine clearly. However it is, that's your new devil. It's just a new version of you that you haven't quite known yet or got to. It's not that it's an external thing that's gonna happen. It's not like you're gonna get like $100 and then some dude with a minigun's gonna pop up and like stop saying the new level is new devil is bullshit. Like that's a curse. Like stop. That's bullshit. Get that out. It's just you. It's all you. New levels, new you. New challenges. Don't fucking call them devils. Like why are we doing this? Why do people give so much credit and like praise to the devil yet not like y'all get what you're doing, right? I really hope because Jesus Christ, dude. Can we get our head in the game a little bit? Anyway, Ace of Wands. I'm just saying here because holy shit. How are you gonna like sit back and go like, oh, don't worry, the devil can't touch you, but then every damn second you're like making sayings with his name in it. Like, shut up and get real, please. Like, watch what you're saying, y'all. You're cursing yourself. But then they're more worried about you saying cuss words than cursing yourself. So they got issues to deal with before that point. Regardless, it's just goodness gracious. Regardless, we have the Ace of Wands. I had to go off on that little tangent because oh my gosh, dude, like that is something that I just hate hear people say. It's just like, why are you saying that? Like you realize you have just now cursed yourself, so now the next place you go is gonna be a fucking devil there for you. Like you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that, but you did, and that's unfortunate for you. But with the Ace of Wands, the idea is there. The idea is formed. Everything that you need to move forward is already there. It is just this mental internal battle. It is just trying to see things from a higher point of view. It is just trying to listen to the divine inside of you. It's knowing that the choice that you make, whatever choice you make, is going to be satisfactory, but you must follow the instructions forever, whatever choice that is. It's not that like you make one, it's not like you have two paths and one path has all the instructions, one path has none. They both have different instructions. They both have different sets of rules. There's different energies for those choices. It's up to you to decide which choice do you actually want to take. Which path are you actually willing to take? That's what you're trying to do. And again, with the Nine of Cups, it's a wish fulfillment. It is a full wish fulfillment. It is a continuation of the internal genie inside of you working, bringing you to what you're desiring. It doesn't matter if you chose, because the example is, go eat or talk to a friend. It doesn't matter if you chose to go eat or talk to the friend. Both of those have their pros and cons. If you go eat and your friend calls you, so what? Now you don't answer the phone, but you got food. You decide not to eat, but you decide to, wait for your friend to call and they're not calling. Now you have time to do the things that you're wanting to do before your friend calls. Like maybe you had some work that needs to be finished. Maybe you had some things that you wanted to research before they called. All these other things. There's still a benefit to it. You just have to be open enough to see it without that rational mind keeping you in that stagnation, that frozen energy of we have to wait for this to happen. We have to wait for that to happen. We have to just stop everything and freeze time and wait for them now because they're the next step. No, you're still the next step. Their step will come when it's time. You still need to keep moving and keep going. Unbind yourself from this, because this is what a lot of people are working with unbinding from. It took me a while to, and it's still a struggle to this day. Trust me, where you unbind yourself, where you detach from trying to wait on certain things. It's like yesterday, I was waiting on that email to come through. I could have either waited all day for that email to come through, or I could have just done the reading like I did and then wait because it didn't come in till like the afternoon, right? Like I would have been waiting hours. So that was my choice that I had to make. Don't bind yourself to waiting on something. Always go after something. Even if it's not directed towards it or complete like related to it, just keep moving. Do something to fill in that space and time so it's not that it's frozen. Not so you don't have to worry about feeling like you wasted it or that you didn't do anything productive, so it doesn't have to come back and hit you, right? But this is why things aren't manifested properly. Is we end up stalling, not only stalling for other people, but stalling for our rational mind above all, because it's our rational mind that's in this stalled state that wants us to kind of like not move properly. They don't really want us to see how to move forward, because the rational mind, it has, I forgot what part of the brain does it, but there's a part of the brain that will literally block you out from hearing the truth. It will block you out from knowing what path to take. It will block you out completely from doing what you need to do. It's like its job is to just like be the opposite at all times. If you're trying to do something productive, it's going to give you reasons for why. This is why whenever you're going to do something, you immediately go, oh, I'm tired, this is too much, all those things. It's not. That's just the brain function that we have that you need to be able to have under control. It's part of that rational part of the mind that like tries to get you not to do what you need to do. It's a program within the mind, unfortunately, that we need to like get rid of. And again, it's the only way to get rid of it is just connecting to yourself, being engaged with that divine part of you. Once you fully are engaged with the divine part of you and you move forward in that energy, things go a lot smoother, things go a lot easier for you. Until then, things won't really be moving on the physical. So really just pay attention to what isn't moving. If something's moving slowly, if something's already been put into action and it's just moving slowly, let it. If something isn't happening at all, figure out what's going on. Walk away from it for a minute. Walk away from focusing on it so much. Walk away from being in that stagnation energy. Whatever this may be for you, walk away from choosing a path that you know isn't going to help you. Walk away from feeling bad for choosing one option than another as well. You know, don't allow those types of feelings to really get to you. And dropping a lot of ideas, dropping a lot of ways of being, dropping things that are weighing you down, not fanning out everything. Don't try and keep dead things alive. Once they've gone and passed, let them pass. Allow them just to be what they needed to be for that moment, you know? Not everything has to come, not everything can come. Regardless, allow your feelings to nurture your thoughts, not your thoughts nurturing your feelings. Because when your thoughts nurture your feelings, and that happens first, that leads to bad issues. That leads to issues. That leads to things not working out. That leads to panic, stress, a bunch of things that you don't really want to feel. When your feelings are nurturing your thoughts, however you're truly feeling from the divine's point of view, is how your thoughts are going to be generated. Because again, if you're wanting that grandeur ending, if you're wanting that new start on the physical, if you're wanting that upgrade on the physical, that's the path that you're going to need to take. That's the path of truly seeing what's going on, how it's happening, and why it even needed to happen in the first place. But regardless, that is part of the reading. I don't feel like getting animal cards. I just feel like getting the angel cards today. But they're still out here. So we'll get a few angel cards. We'll do 2 card pulls and whatever else after that. Let's just say whatever else, because I really don't know what's going to happen. You never know. Hopefully everyone had a good rising. I got to watch the sunset. I mean the sunrise. Sunset! Okay, where am I at? If I said sunset, where am I at? Sunrise. Excuse me. I'm glad I rose for it, because... But even then, like, again, how I just used myself. Like, I could have, stayed asleep, or I got up and did the reading. I completely forgot about the sunrise until I like fully started the stream up, and I was like, you know what? It's actually not even 7:30 yet, so I'm gonna see the sunrise if I stay up and do this. So it was a double whammy. I can turn this light off now, I think. No, I can't. It's so dark. Never mind. It's not light enough yet to turn off the light. It is not light enough to turn off the light. Versus imagination. Your imagination is part of the intuition. The divine resides inside your imagination. You need to move with your imagination. Whatever you are imagining something to go out to be, it will be able to do that. If you close your eyes and think of a green giraffe, like get a solid image of a green giraffe, just let one pop up, and then go to Google and then Google green giraffe, you will most likely see the image or an image super right closely related to that green giraffe you see in your mind on Google. And that's just because that's how your imagination works. It knows all. Your imagination knows everything. It knows any possibility that can happen. Same thing with the divine. The only issue is the imagination is a mental realm. So your rational mind will try and block it out. But if you do that experiment with a bunch of stuff, like add a color and an object and just start doing that, imagining it, then Googling it, you will see it pretty, like it won't be, you won't have to search and dig for it. It will be a pretty like quick result. That's how our brain works. Our brain is the same thing as like Google. You can look up anything and find it, you know, within that mental realm. But we had the two of Michael. It will all be better if you just make a decision, over analyzing a problem and find a compromise. Queen of Raphael, kind, understanding, giving, and psychic. Follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. Perspective, Archangel Shamuel. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. Eight of Gabriel. A great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. Eight of Michael. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. Divine Gardens. Wow. Divine guidance. Archangel Seraphim. The search for the meaning of life. Consider an alternate approach and surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. The Knight of Michael, strong, committed, intellectual, and diligent. Time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion and sudden changes. Ten of Gabriel. Ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Working too many hours. Trying too hard to please others. The World, Archangel Michael, a very happy ending, coming for full circle, spiritual growth and insight. Ten of Ariel, there's so very much to be grateful for, financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. And last but not least, the Moon with Archangel Anael, the opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, and face your fears and grow stronger. And that is the collective reading. If anyone needs 2 card pulls, now is the time to ask. If you want it from the Shadow Tarot, from the Animal deck, from the Angel cards, from the normal tarot, let me know. And also let me know what you would want it on. Don't tell me to pick the deck for you, because I'm going to tell you to pick the deck for you. You are here to pick the deck. You are here to pick what path you're going to take, not me. That is all you. And if you would like to donate, the donation stuff's in there. If you want to go to any of my other services, the link to my website is there as well. Okay, that's cool. Let me do that real quick. But yeah, if anyone needs any of those, just let me know, and we'll jump into it with any of the decks. Not many people get the animal decks. What were the decks again? We have the normal tarot, we have the angel cards, we have the shadow tarot, and then we have the animal deck. Yeah, if you want to donate, you can. It's not a requirement, but it is appreciated if you do. Helps keep the streams afloat. Helps keep the projects that I'm working on in the background afloat. So, I mean, I literally just did it in front of your eyes. How is it make believe? Get out of here. Bye. Goodbye. Bye. Have fun. It's totally make believe when I'm not. Whatever. You can keep that. You can keep that mindset, buddy. Have fun. But yeah, if you want to donate, the donation links are in the pinned, and you can just donate whatever. But we'll get you your 2 shadow cards. The shadow deck's really good, honestly. It's been getting used a lot more, which is really good. Um, but shadow deck, I use this all the time if I'm ever like stuck in personal issues. Where is that at? So 61, which is 7, and this is envy. So let's see here. Envy is lack of self-confidence, defiant, diffidence, barriers to self-development. So there may be some solar plexus or sacral chakra issues. There could just be a lot of these sacral chakra issues could be from external people, external viewpoints, or even just yourself, just not having confidence, having people trying to come at you and tear you down has kind of damaged that like inner self of having that full confidence. It might even like have caused the fear of being seen in some sort of sense. Um, but it's time to really like introspect on that because the energy of envy isn't necessarily a bad thing. Envy can definitely be a motivator, even coming to Earth or fro. So really allow yourself to sit in that energy of envy. If you're feeling like people are envious of you and throwing it at you, really sit in it. See what you could be doing um, to almost, and it's gonna sound weird when I say this, but hear me out. To gravitate towards more of that envy energy. Because all envy is doing is giving you confirmation that you're doing something right. All envy is doing is showing that people don't like what you're doing because you're doing it better than them. And allow yourself to just not don't surround yourself by these people, of course, because that's going to be bad for your mentality. But allow that to just exist. Allow that to be a confidence booster, and work on that solar plexus energy. Work on that sacral energy, so you're able to create with more confidence and with more shine, with more voice at this time. But then we have parsley, basil, and fern, which is 46. That goes down to 10. I'm on the wrong card. I'm glad I looked down at the book. I thought I was on the right one. And that one is serenity, good physical and mental health, happiness, prosperity, the power of love, riches, fertility, the well-being of the family, exposing malicious actions, delimiting our boundaries, and nature's protection. So a lot of protection, a lot of dismantling boundaries. It feels like as well, even with the 2 numbers being there, the 7 and the 10, that goes down to an 8. Your test that you're going through at this time is really seeing how much you're worth, not looking at outside of yourself for the solutions or for the abundance or for the money, but knowing that whatever you are creating, whatever you are doing is bringing that in. It brings in a lot of people, it brings in a lot of energy, but don't allow yourself to be fully over encumbered by it. Allow it to be a supporting barrier. Allow yourself to float above it so you're not carrying it and not being under its pressure, right? Be over top of it, don't be under it. Know that you're protected. Know that that you're able to move forward. Know that things are being prosperous and being abundant. Know that things are going to be manifesting within your reality the longer you stay on this path. The more work you do on these areas of your life, the better things will come in. It's everything to do with the power of love. It's everything to do with not even just the love of an external, but the love of the internal. Loving yourself enough to continuously move forward, to accept and to see all the love on the external. Moving forward in the energy. So allow that to be the test. This feels like a lot of Venus retrograde energy is just coming out because obviously we're like max dabs, like right in the middle of it. But really allow yourself to move with this Venus retrograde energy, especially since we're about to be in the Mercury retrograde. It's already trining. I mean, they're already in conjunction, not trine, but they're in conjunction right now. So just seeing this, communicating with it in a new way, letting the envious people be a motivator to you. I mean, for even for an example, when I get the trolls in here, that's just showing me I'm doing something good. If I have to have random people manifest and attract to me to try and get me to stop doing what I'm doing or to like say some say their opinion or whatever, that means I'm doing something right. If I'm attracting flies, I'm doing something different. I have something worthy. If I'm attracting people that are just like coming in here to do random shit, I'm attracting people that want to see something. Doesn't matter what their intent is, they're now in my energy, in my realm, and whatever they do is gonna be controlled by me. I don't, they don't have a choice. They've come to me. They have to deal with whatever I'm gonna give them. Same thing for you. That's not being mean. That's not, being egotistical or narcissistic or whatever the fuck people want to say. It's just you standing on your ground. It's you having a strong boundary and not letting people push you over with it. So don't be afraid to hold a strong boundary. Don't be afraid to really look at things in a higher position of that way, and not you know tearing your boundaries down or tearing your self-confidence down. Allow those individuals to go to you, but allow them to truly see what your boundaries are. And not in the sense of like, oh, you have to respect this or leave, but in the situation of just being like, if you don't respect it off the bat, if you come in acting like a fool, then you're not gonna be welcome. If you're gonna come off and just make me seem like I'm weird or like you're trying to tear me down, you're gone. I literally have an example of this as well. When I very first started DJing and getting paid to DJ, I made $120 that first night. And one of my friends at the time looked at me and said, "How the fuck did you make $120? That doesn't make any sense. You don't deserve that." And the next day, I blocked them on everything, and they're no longer my friend because I'm not dealing with that. I don't need that type of mindset around me. I don't need that type of self doubt on one being's life to do on me. I'm okay. You can keep that weird ideals to yourself. I don't want it. This is my career that you're talking about. How the hell do you mean like you don't know how I made that much? That's not my problem. It's my worth. At that time when I was teaching, that was my worth for it. It was just leaving those people behind are gonna really help you move forward because they will put a damper on you, and it will change so much about you. It really will. Always, always, always. But that's your two card. That be your two card. If anyone else wants a two card, let me know. I don't know if anyone else um said anything. You are not gonna message me and ask me if that's a good sign. What are you doing, child? uh Two card angel pool on the shadow deck. I'm getting spammed with messages. What is going on? I am not awake enough for this. Well, I am. I just don't want to. So, Henry, did you want angel card and shadow deck for the two card? Is that what you're saying? And thank you for saying that because I don't look at chat usually when I'm reading, unless like unless I like see something at the corner of my eye and I'm like, what the hell is this? What is what is going on? I'm getting like 1,000 messages. come into my stream and ask me. I'm about to message him. Just ask me in my stream, bro. I can't. One from each deck? Uh, maybe. If you're talking about each deck being the tarot, the shadow, and the angels, yeah, I can do that. I can definitely do that. Cause I gotta go log in on my computer. I gotta go. I think it's gonna auto log me in. I better. Cause if it doesn't, I'm just gonna give up on it. Okay, it did. What did you say? But let me know. I had to multitask. This is it's a literal like curse. But I can definitely do one from both if you're asking. If you want one from all four, I don't know if you're asking that either. But if that, you're still topping too. What is going on? Bruh. I'm gonna have to respond to that later. I can't respond to that right now. But yeah, Henry, let me know if you just printed one from both of those cards, and I can get that because I can do that. Because you know, but they are just 2-card pulls for this, so I wouldn't be able to do like all 4. I mean, I would, but like I don't know. It's one of those things. Yeah, it might be just more like a personal depth thing. They're just asking about the blood moon because not gonna talk too much about it, but they decided to release something. They decided to do some stuff on the blood moon. They were asking me if it's a good time to do it, and it is. But I had to like break down some stuff, and that might take a minute. But yeah, I just need to know if you want one from the shadow and one from the angel, Henry, if that's what you were asking. Because I don't want to just assume and then move on. You know what I mean? Like I would like confirmation for that. Actually, might as well. Or what is this? That is not what I wanted to go to. What? Stop showing me. No, it's okay. I'm getting up. I gotta get off the site. I can't look at that right now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But it okay. Each me. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. If the response already went through, I see. Thank you, Kay. Because I was looking for it and I didn't see it, and I was wondering if it was just talking about the 2 or not. But my brain is just not working. I literally like immediately rose and then all 4. It would be between the 2 because it's a 2-card pull. I'm not doing any more than 2 cards, so that's what I was trying to like get to the bottom of. Typed it all out. Okay, but does anyone else want a 2 card? Because I'm just kind of zoned out and respond to that. Nah, it's just this fucking Mercury retrograde. I can't handle it. I don't like Mercury retrograde. It always like fucks with me. It like rips my brain in half, even more in half than it is. And it's just 2, but it's like I stutter. I become a social butterfly, but I stutter. So like I don't get it. I really don't get it. No, it's not supposed to work that way. Give me one or the other. I don't want to stutter. Because I will be a non-social butterfly and not stutter a damn time. And then when it happens, I'm just immediately stuttering. And it doesn't even help that it's Venus retrograde as well. And they're both fucking conjoined. And then literally in 2 days, you know, that blood moon worm, the full moon blood worm, oh my god. The full moon, worm moon, blood moon eclipse. And that's too many moons eclipsing at once. I'm okay. But damn, is that gonna be a very good day for releasing and starting things up. Holy shit. Because not only is it going to be a worm moon, and that signifies the start of spring, and that's going to allow you to do that. Not only is it a full moon, a time for like releasing, and not releasing, but continuing projects, and not making new plans. And then you're going to have the fucking, the blood moon, which, god damn, bro. Because, like, there's just so much. There's just so much. And welcome in. Welcome in. I need to post. Did I post that thing yet? I don't think I did. I don't remember posting it. I got it. Hold on. Do I have it on, like, my clipboard right now? Okay, I do. I guess I'll post it. I don't remember if I did or not. If I did, I'm sorry. I don't want to spam it, but I post it every so often. Let me get your 2 angel cards. This is not an angel deck. This is a shadow deck. What am I talking about? If you so, can you have a shadow? No. Yeah, literally. I literally rose. I had a dream, and I was in the dream. My angels are like, look, you can either sleep in or you can get up and do a reading. And I was like, I'll get up and do a reading. And it was like at 6:40, and I was like, okay, I'll get up. I'll get everything ready. I just sat up. I literally sat up, did like a little prayer, did some stretches, and then hit record. Like I could have went down and I could have got something to eat. I mean, I have food up here, but I just literally like, I just sat up and did it. Like I didn't even think about it too much. I was like, oh, I guess I'll do it. Let me get you 2 cards out real quick. Because I'm going to forget about this. I'm going to literally, like, my brain is just now starting to, like, actually click on. My synapses are, like, doing shit. My brain is buzzing. You are the next one. No, you're not. I lied. You are 2 more away. There it is. Okay, but your first card is Embodiment of Evil, and that is Mercury energy. It is instability, humiliation, injustice, disruptor, and inflictor of injury. there may be a lot of hmm, it may be a public thing, not that like not like a public issue, but it could just be things in the public areas around you are kind of being in that lower vibrational state. Like there's this holdback, this pullback. It could be like groups of people. It could just be like your friends, family, however. It would just be groups of people that you're around at times. But it seems like there's this part of yourself that's trying to work with humiliation overall, and it's trying to break the serious mold that you may have around you. It's trying to break um that resistance to not the resistance to let go, but the resistance to almost like allow yourself to laugh at certain situations, allowing yourself to just allow the energy around you to boost you, to put you in like a more calm state. There's just a lot of chaos because both of these cards are pretty chaotic from the deck's point of view. The next card is the Inventors of Evil. I'll read that one out and we'll see what else we can get. But that's dexterity, excitement, falsehood, deception, eloquence, persuasion, cynicism. It's like there's a lot of things happening around you, but it seems like it's just I really want to say a bunch of evil eye, almost. Like it feels like there's a lot of judgment around you because things are moving, but it's not that it's like a judgment in like a bad sense, but there's just a lot of opinions being thrown around, like, oh, you shouldn't do this, oh, you shouldn't do that, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that, when it's really like you know what you need to do. Don't be led astray, especially with Mars being out here. Like, do not be led astray by um certain individuals. Don't, yeah, because it's so interesting this is coming out, because it's not that I'm confused, it's just so it's interesting because it's like you might have dealt with this a lot throughout life where people just they're trying to like break the dreams, throw shit on top of your stuff and whatnot, but it's like your guides are leading you to see that as like an exciting thing. Your guides are leading you to see that as like a motivator at this time, which is why it's popping up again. It's not popping up because you're under attack. It's popping up because they're trying to use that to boost you forward. They're trying to get you to handle it a little bit easier for where you're about to be going. So really allow the environments around you to not be at. This is gonna sound really weird, but hear me out. Like allow the environments around you to not be as supportive as they could be around you, so that you're used to it. And it's not used to it as a sense of like a numbing yourself to it, but so you don't walk forward into these new areas, these new energies, um, with that over dependence on something moving a certain direction. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what's going on heavily because it's very interesting those two cards coming out like that. Because again, it's not those cards are bad. It's just like the way things are being handled can definitely seem like things are going bad or things are like attacking you and things, but it's just like not. There's just a lot of opinions. There's a lot of opinions being thrown around, and they're trying to. Your guides, your angels are trying to show you how to maneuver around it better. But that's your two card. That's a very interesting two card to get. That's a super interesting two card to get. Because I don't know. Sometimes it's not even that I get confused reading. I just really, I don't know. It's just interesting to see how guides will talk to other people like that, and it's just like, huh, like that's what you're learning right now. But they're going about it in this way. Like, I don't know. It's very interesting the lessons that you can just learn externally easier than more internal, but they just seem a lot harder to learn externally than internally, but they're not really. It's just so wild. Yeah. The one main opinion is that if I don't have Jesus as my savior, I'm going to hell. Well, that's really like everyone who's a healer that deals with that. That's just from coming from the fucking Salem witch trials. Those people are stuck in that loop still. What is going on? What is this? I was trying to type. What is going on? Bro, I can't, I need to make, okay. I think I got it. I did it. I typed right. I can type. I know how to type. I gotta go tell her about the email I got. See, I don't mind going live on Instagram, but my Instagram is like two things in one. It's like my music thing and also like partial spiritual things. You can add people on YouTube. I just don't really trust. I just don't really want to add people up just yet. I haven't got to that point. Because like you can add people to stream on YouTube. It's just I don't want to. Not right now. I would literally it's like I need to like ground a little bit more before I do that. No, not trust issues. I just have to ground more before I do that. There's more I need to do before I'm even like gonna think about that stuff. Because I really don't want to like deal with some of this stuff. And it's probably gonna happen. I don't want, because I just don't want to laugh at someone. Honest to God, I just don't want to laugh at someone and then be like, "Oh, why are you laughing at me?" Because that's gonna make me laugh even more. I just can't. I can't take people like that serious. As well, I don't want to see no old people coming up and trying to say some weird shit to me either. Like, it's just like I have to ground myself more and get myself more prepared for that. Because the last thing I want to do is like have someone try and say some weird shit to me and then me like do what I normally do and then laugh and then be like, "Oh, so you're just mean." Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like you know who I am. You know how I'm going to respond. You sat in this stream long enough to see how I'm going to respond. Why did you try and test me? Because now I'm going to laugh at you. And I don't want to be the person to laugh at you in front of people with your face being there. Or no face. It doesn't matter. Like, I just, bro, like, do not make the joke out of yourself. Because I will laugh at it. Please don't. I don't like, I mean, I don't know. It's just a whole thing. I got to work on it. Yeah, I get that, Kay. I get that. At some point, we definitely will do something like that, but I just right now, it's not the time. It has been something that's been put on me, but it hasn't been like heavy. It hasn't been like something I need to do right now. But it is something that my guides are like, you could totally do this. Um, Also, just looking into how that works. as well. I need to do that. There's a lot. I need to do a lot of stuff still that I haven't like quite done yet. So yeah, dude. If I did it during, here's the thing. If I did it during this retrograde, dear Lord, dude. Oh my God. If I did it, imagine if I did it on the 14th. Imagine if I only went live on the 14th. Holy shit. I don't know what would happen. That would be great. I don't want to. I don't even want to experience that. I'm fine. I'm good. The amount of crazy shit that would happen would be bizarre. Like I don't know. Oh, I think my channel might get banned because there'd be crazy shit happening. I don't. I would not want any like golly. In Grand Rising, welcome in. And yeah, I prefer to send voice messages rather than texting. If I can send a voice message, I will. But, you know, I prefer just to call, honestly. I really don't like to call. But if someone doesn't want to send voice messages or doesn't want me sending voice messages, I'll definitely like do a call, but I don't usually call much. Like it's very rare that you will ever see me on a call. Like I have to plan it out because I have to be like, okay, if we're gonna call, I want it to be now. Only like very few people can randomly call me, and I will actually answer it. And even then, when they randomly call, I wait like a few seconds before I pick up. It's not that I don't want to talk. It's just I don't know. After I say what I need to say, I sit there in silence. So I'm just not the best at spelling words. I can say more words than I can spell, but I'll know the definitions. I just can't spell them. And fuck trying to sound it out with the English language and their phonics. I'm okay. Like I'll just send you a voice message. I just send you a voice message. It'd be all good. It'd be fine. Yeah, exactly, Henry. It genuinely is like that. It really is. Um, and thank you, Misty. Thank you so much for that donation. I appreciate love you. You have a wonderful day as well. No. See, that's the thing. I just don't want to have to type parentheses to show that I'm going off track. Honestly, because even when I send voice messages, if something pops up and I need to mention like backup information, I can just say it. But I'm someone that like will use parentheses when I message people sometimes. And I don't want to have to sit there and use them all the time. Like let me take my sidetrack real quick. It'd be a lot quicker saying it than typing it out, and then after that I'm done. Oh my god. See, that's the thing. If I make a typo and I'm posting something out and I make a typo, if I don't realize it within the first like 2 minutes, I'm not gonna fix it. It's just gonna stay there. It is. Cause like, man, I just can't. Imagine if this whole stream was like text. Like it was only just like text popping up. I wouldn't sit here and watch. Like no. The amount of sidetracks we take, hell no. Look who popped in. Hey Nate. We're just doing talks and 2 card pulls and whatever else pops in. And an Irish accent. Usually, like, a lot of people like use LOL or like LMAO when they're not laughing. I will sit there and actually be like dying of laughter and just type all lowercase LOL sometimes. I don't I don't know. I use it as literal. I don't know why, but I use it literal. So I'll be laughing usually because I just laugh too much. I just laugh all the damn time. All the damn time. I'm gonna shout Nate out actually. I'm gonna hit Nate with this shout out. Nate in the chat is Echoes Collective. He's one of my music buddies, one of my music friends. We've been friends for fucking basically forever. But homie has an album. Homie has an album coming out here soon, and it is one of his best works in my fullest opinion. He makes music under Echo Drone. You can look him up. But definitely, if you are into like dubstep or electronic music, check that boy out, because he's been making moves forever, and he deserves like support, a lot of support, because he's literally been on the grind forever. I've literally not the full step, but for the majority of his breakthroughs, I've like known of like been by this man's side. Like he literally has been putting in a huge ass grind. So if you're into that type of music, you can look him up. You can even like click on the Echoes Collective channel and find him there and stuff. But homie has been at that grind for a minute. So if you're into that type of music, definitely go to him. But of course, I gotta shout you out, dude. Like, you've been on that grind for a minute, and honestly, it's not even the first time I've shouted you out. But it's the first time that you've been here that you get to see it. So I just felt like doing it, man, because that album is actually insane. I am very excited for its release. Also, a little bit of self promo. We have a collab on that album as well. But genuinely, it is some of the best work that he's made, in my fullest opinion. Dude, I know. I can't wait for that shit to drop. Like, actually. Things are popping up. Things are popping up. But welcome in everyone that's popped in. Hopefully everyone's feeling well. Doing well. I'm just vibing. Do I have to do anything today? I do have to do something. I do. I have to do that. I have to do the email thing. I need to make notes. Did I open up notes? That's my task manager. That's not notes. I can't see. I need to make notes for what I gotta do today. I did not spell your name right. Yeah, this is live. You might be behind a little bit, Henry, but this is live. um, I said I had a lot to do today, and I actually don't. I have two things. Well, actually, no. I gotta get the. Do I have to do that today? No, that's it. Huh. I guess it's just stressful. That's okay. No, but yeah. If anyone needs two card pulls from any of the decks, let me know, and we'll. Ow, my finger. We'll get on it. Why are you so sore today? Oh, I see why. Never mind. I see why you're sore today. Well, that's good. I gotta be careful with that. I gotta soak you in warm water and salt. Because you're callousing and it's falling. That's what's going on. I think that's the only bad part about having an infection on like on a finger or any like on any ligament is the fact that after it gets done swelling, you literally just have like calloused dead skin that ends up just making everything sore. I think that's the worst part of it. No, the worst part is definitely the throbbing and the swelling, but this is I don't know, it just feels weird. And having synthestation does not make it feel any better because it feels like sugar and lemons. And I don't know why or how to explain it, but it feels like lemons and sugar that are like warm, like above room temperature. And I don't like comparing things to like foods, but I have to. Like even like I don't know, dude. Who else has synesthesia? Who can relate with me on this? Am I the only one? Because I just be sitting around gauging things off of shapes and colors, how they taste and what they make me feel all the damn day. Well, I'm not even reading anymore, so I don't know what you're like hearing or listening to at this point. Because I did that reading like, what is this, 80? What would that be? 60 minutes ago? I did that reading like an hour ago, so I'm not really sure. Dude. Synesthesia is weird, man. Like, I was drinking this like vanilla protein thing and it tasted pink. And I couldn't stop saying that to one of my friends I was in VC with. I was like, this shit tastes pink. And he said, what are you talking about that tastes pink? And it's like, I don't know. It's like water tastes like a blue square. Do you know what I'm talking about? And he said that it sounds like you're on drugs. And I was like, no, I'm very sober. But when I drink water, certain types of water taste like blue squares to me. Why does my brain do this? Like, anything I eat has a like either a shape or a color directly related to it, or both. Sound has a direct color. Sometimes sound has a taste, depending. That's why I like jazz. Jazz is a very interesting palette, but fucking like I don't know, man. Oh, yeah, I'm doing two card pulls. I forgot. I forgot I was shuffling this. Sorry, Stephanie. Your two dogs. Your two cards are dragon, which is passion. The dragon is a reminder of your strong will and fiery personality. It is also a symbol of passion and fire. You're being asked to practice self-control and be cautious so your passion does not lead you into trouble. And dog, which is loyalty. You may be feeling like those around you let you down or not doing their fair share of work. This comes as a reminder that loyalty exists and you must not settle for anything less. You deserve better than mixed signals. Thank you for deleting that, Kay. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, but thank you for deleting it. I don't want to know. But there's your 2 cards, Stephanie. I completely forgot while I was shuffling the cards. My apologies on that, but I got you. Why are you warm? It's just, I don't know. Oh, it's not warm. It's like, I don't know. Dude, no wonder. That would have, that would have caused me to have a little bit of a panic attack too. Dude, I completely get that. No worries on that, Adrian. Like, oh my lord. Like, why are you saying the same shit over again? Why are you doing this? We're getting stuck in time loops, man. We just stuck in a time loop. Why do I not have the water over here? Going through it. You got sucked into wormhole and could not get out. It was just stuck there. Yeah, YouTube's just been acting weird. YouTube always gonna be acting weird. YouTube just does not like me. I don't know how many times I gotta like report issues to them and then being like, no, it's this one video. It is not one video is not disrupting my entire channel. You're lying to me. You're lying to my face. I need the truth. Psychosis caught in real time. The dangers of spirituality. Don't get stuck in spiritual psychosis. This is why you don't need to be. You're giving a whole PSA out here for us. Thank you. See that? Yeah, I don't get that. Like over here, you get just like people telling you that you need to follow Jesus. You get people like horny. Like, why do I attract these people? Like, what in me is like causing these people to pop up all over the place? What goes on? Like, there's not, like, it used to be worse. This is probably just what Mercury retrograde's doing. Because I remember last Mercury retrograde, I had a stream, and the majority of the people in the stream were just horny. And I could not deal with it. Like, they just came in. And they're like, do it jiggle. How much to see it pull it out? I was like, dude, just like, go the fuck away. Wrong website. Wrong logo. Like, what the hell? No, dude, my shadow side just wants me to feel fucking weird like that. My shadow side just want to say, look at all this horny stuff. Look at all these people who are horny. And it's like, I get it. Like, damn. I ain't gotta look. I don't gotta be online to see that, dude. The fuck? And, but you know what? I'm gonna blame it on someone. I know we're not supposed to do that. I think it's my friend Brandon. I think it's my friend Brandon. Cause he be on Instagram liking some crazy stuff. He's on Instagram doing some crazy, like, yeah, Venus is in retrograde, and then also Mercury is going into retrograde after the blood moon. So they're both gonna be in retrograde. They're in conjunction right now. See, fuck no. I was too late. I'm already blaming it. I don't care. I'm doing it and I'm smiling. I'm blaming Brandon because he likes crazy stuff. None of it's horny, by the way. It's just really bizarre things that he likes on Instagram. And I think that every time that he likes those things, that it does something Just One Piece? No, it's too late. I woke up and chose a little bit of chaos. No, see, that's the thing. They understands. They gets it. It's fair to put that on Brandon. Oh, it's just the Jumanji board? Okay. That, you know what? I'll take the Jumanji board then. I'll take the Jumanji board. I will. I'll take that. I think I had it. What was that dream I had? Hold on. You just reminded me of that. Oh my god. What was that? Hold on. You done fucked me up. It had nothing to do with Jumanji. That's what it was. It was okay. This sounds fucking bizarre, but it was a dream I had showing how every movie in the world was connected into one gigantic plot. And it was just showing a bunch of like it was showing like at first a bunch of Jim Carrey movies playing side by side, and then it went to another movie. I've never seen any of these movies in my life. I don't even know if they're real movies or not. But it just started going all over the place. And like it went to what was it? The Halloween Before Christmas, whatever movie that, if that's the title, I can't remember if that's the actual title of it or not. But it's that movie, the Tim Horton movie, and it showed like the whole castle, and then a dinosaur broke through that door and it started playing Jurassic Park, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? And it like some kid was being chased down underground by a T-Rex, and then a family of rabbits like went down in the hole that the kid went in and saved the kid, and then the T-Rex turned into a rhinoceros, and the rabbits like kept the rhinoceros from leaving the cave, but one of them got squished, but they didn't like die. It was like a squish, like a squishmallow rabbit, so it kept like getting squished and then inflating again. It was, I don't get it. I need to decode that dream. Like, will this be the very Oliver's versus Jimmy Neutron crossover episode? It almost did. It was too much. I woke up every hour at the hour though last night. I went to sleep at 9, woke up at 10. Went back to sleep, woke up at 11. Went back to sleep, woke up at 12. On the hour, every hour. And every time I did, it was a different fucking dream. I woke up and ate 2 cookies and drank 2 whole bottles of water last night. I was astral traveling like a motherfucker. I don't know what was going on. But it definitely connected every movie together. And I was at like a table with a bunch of random people and we were all like watching it. And it was really weird. I didn't know who any of these people were. But it was interesting. I will say that. One of the weirdest dreams I've had in a long time. I think it was even weirder because some dude at an airport in one of the dreams, he was like running into people, and I had to sit there and observe him running into people, and he exploded at one point. Like he bumped into some mother's child, and the mother like hit him with her purse, and he exploded. And I just woke up after that, so I don't know what that was about. But I have a lot to decode when it comes to these dreams. I don't know what I was looking at. I really don't. Like, it actually has me kind of stumped. Usually I'm good at being able to decode my dreams. This one I don't know. And welcome in, Cassandra. Oh yeah. Every movie has something in it. I remember I was watching Into the Spider-Verse, the second one, with the people that locked me in the basement, and it was hilarious because I kept seeing five everywhere. I kept seeing 5 everywhere. On Gwen's helmet, about 3/4 way through the movie, it zoomed in on her face, and she had 5 in a tally mark on her forehead, like right where the third eye would be. And I went into a whole like deep dive of that. Um, and I talked about it. I talked about it with one of my friends like a year later, to figure out what was going on with that. And I don't remember. I have to go back in our messages to see how we and see what we came up with for it. But I kept, everywhere I just kept seeing 5 in that movie. It would not disappear, and it really was getting on my nerves because I knew what was going on. I knew they were trying to throw something. I knew they were throwing some sort of like subliminal. Yeah, exactly, Daniel. They're throwing some sort of fucking subliminal. They were throwing something at it, and I couldn't figure out what it was. So I was just asking around like, what the fuck is going on? Venus or maybe humanity? Maybe. I don't think it would do anything with humanity though. And if it did, it wouldn't necessarily be on like the physical stasis. It'd be more of a metaphysical or a physics. I couldn't think of the name. But yeah, it was interesting. I think the craziest movie that like spoke to me uh was either the Garfield movie or Rock Dog. I had like a minor spiritual awakening watching the Garfield movie again. And then when I was watching Rock Dog, that put me through a loophole too. And I don't know how to describe it, but something just clicked in my brain when I was watching Garfield one day, and I don't I have not been the same since. I don't ask chat. I don't use Chat GPT. That like, it's not even a reliable source. Really, it's good, but even then, they warn you about how things are going to be incorrect. Yeah, this could be this big. I remember that whole thing was a fiasco. I love breaking stuff like that down. The movie, Garfield the movie, the the CGI one. It's the one where Odie's at the dog show. That one. God, I don't know why that movie spoke to me. Out of all the movies I could watch that would have clicked something different in me, that one did. A word. Have you got to a conclusion of what the description of the behemoth would be, Daniel? Because that's interesting. I'm intrigued. You better know what movie I'm talking about, Nate. No, but like that group chat was turned into Garfield fan club, and I don't know the lore behind that. I don't remember. No, like I asked Brandon, he doesn't even know. Dylan doesn't know. Mark doesn't even know. I don't even know if you know, but that whole thing got changed to Garfield fan club one day, and I don't remember what it was called before that. Are we back? We're back. We're as back as we can be. We're as back as we can be. There's actually a lot, like, there's a lot of occult images in a lot of cartoons. I mean, Gravity Falls obviously, like, pointed all that out during its whole fiasco, but I mean, SpongeBob did a Masons reference. Um, if y'all remember that one, where Squidward found people like him, and they all had the tunics and stuff. You heard something about Garfield fan club? Yeah, why did that group chat change the Garfield fan club? I just remember like getting like pinged in the group chat telling me to join. I joined and said I couldn't because I was at Landon's house, and you all are watching the Garfield movie, and it was just changed to Garfield fan club, and there was like a bunch of images in Garfield in the chat, and I came back to like absolute chaos. I was really confused. I don't like. Do you know why that happened? Because I need to know. I'm like actually confused about. I think about that a lot more than I should. Like it's swarms in the back of my head sometimes. I'll just be looking, doing something random, and then all of a sudden I just remember Garfield fan club was like a group chat that we had. That's wild. Who really did 9/11? We did. We wanted money. We did it for money. It's the same. We're the same people that killed JFK. The driver killed JFK. No fucking sniper did. That dude just got through under the bus. He was an agent. See, that's the thing. I knew Mark would have had something to do with it, because Mark always like asked to watch those types of movies, dude. Oh my god, what was that one movie that he recommended to watch? That shit was hilarious. Oh my god. I remember in the movie server, he mentioned, what was that movie? I need to find it. I can't. The title was really long of the movie. I can't remember it, but it was really funny. Wait a minute. Is it here? Yeah, don't be a menace. Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. That movie is wild. No. Listen, anytime all of us got in a group chat, it was insane. Like, if it was Mark that joined, it went one way. If Brandon was the one that joined, it went another way. But if both of those joined, it was like, I don't god, my brain would explode trying to like describe that. Mmm. Okay, Daniel, I get that. I get that. I get that. I'm gonna have to do digging on that now. See, now you got me wanting to research things now. I'm gonna have to do my own searchings on that. I'm gonna do a 2-card pull for myself, see what pops out. I'm just curious. Just a test of the heart. Wait a minute. Hold on, now I want to compare that to that, because where did they get that from? I have studies to do. I don't know if I want to do them. Okay. Okay. That's cool. That's reassuring. That is very reassuring. Alright, sleep well, Nate. Thank you for stopping in. Looks like my day's breath work. Same. Always work on breathing. Always, always. If you can. Even if it's like fire breathing for a minute, just to like reset your whole system, that's good. Because fire breathing is fun, honestly. If you can do it properly without hyperventilating, right? But if you don't hyperventilate or have asthma, it's definitely good. That's wild, Robert. Get out of here. That's wild. That's so wild that your haters have to come in here. Like, that's wild, dude. Like, that's actually wild. That is, like, what the hell, man? Like, what is going on? Golly, bro. Like, what the hell? What in the fuck is going on, man? Speaking truth, it just be like that. It just be like that. I used to see a lot of people's haters in the comments of my videos when I did like readings in the past. I don't see many of them come in the chat because they know they're gonna get deleted. But some of them get brave. Guardian Angel Message Deck, awesome. I have another Angel deck. I just don't use it. I haven't felt called to use it in a while, but it's in my suitcase. Oh man. Alright. Shit. Interesting. Interesting. No, because it doesn't. Fire breathing doesn't have to be just for Kundalini work. You can use that just to cleanse yourself completely. You can use fire breathing to enter a more relaxing and a more focused meditative state as well. It's just an asset that's used within Kundalini awakening, but you can use it for whatever you want. What even is in this book? Oh. I guess each card has more in-depth meaning than I thought. That's cool. Interesting. Mm-hmm. What is this? I got linked this yesterday. What is this doing here? Like, what? Wait a minute. What the hell? Why would I want to do that? What the hell? Why would I? That's a little. I don't think this. I don't think this page is for me anymore. I think I'm gonna click off of it. I don't think that's what I want to look at. I don't think I want to learn how to do that. I don't think that's a. I don't know. I don't know either. I'm just saying. Oh, it's a Archangel Michael sigil. That's all. It's just Archangel Michael sigil. Let me take it off real quick. I can show you a little bit closer. But it's off center as fuck, but at the same time, I don't care. It used to bother me a lot that it was off center because I was like, why couldn't they just get a bigger obsidian disc and do it that way? But they didn't, so that was okay. But it's just a sigil. I keep it on me. What is that? Okay, sirens. What kind of siren is that? Like, what? I don't know. Now there's an airplane going over top of it, so I can't even tell. Have I ever done light body activation? Long time ago, yeah, I have. Well, not. I say long time ago. It wasn't that long ago, but it felt like it. It feel like it is. Yeah, the Merkaba is just it's just Archangel Metatron. When you're talking about Merkaba, that's one of the 24 elders, and he relates to Metatron. Long meaning like 5-6 years ago, actually. I just stumbled upon stuff like that back then. Oh goodness, hold on. Huh? Mm-hmm. I don't know just yet. Alrighty. Well, that's what I gotta do. I forgot about that. That's today's challenge. Am I gonna have enough to pay for the room today? We'll find the fuck out. I think I'm like what, 15 in the hall. Is it last reservation? So let me think. I'll figure something out. It don't matter. Even then, I gotta like, I need to tell her about the email anyway. So I'll get on that at some point. Okay. Okay, I may need to get off. If I get off, I might be back on in like 30 minutes, depending on what happens. I don't know actually. I don't really know if I could. I don't even know if I should say that or not. I don't know. But I do gotta go out. I gotta go handle some things and then figure out how the fuck I'm gonna do these next few steps. Because I forgot all about that. I don't know why it slipped up my mind. What is this? Okay, hold on. That's something. Why are you out of it? Why are you like so out of place? Is my question. Because now I gotta like. Now I gotta look into you because you're not supposed to be outside like that. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Anywho. I gotta get off and handle some things. Regardless, I do gotta get off and handle some things and see if I can convince or persuade, or if I even need to do those things at this time or not. Regardless, thank you all for being here. It has been a wonderful time. I love each and every one of y'all to the moon and back tenfold and forever, and I will see you all later.